Okay. Okay. So, I'm making a YouTube video, which I've never done before. And let me just, okay. Actually, let's go. Hello. I'm making a YouTube video, which I've never done before. My name's Maxfield. I wanted to, start a channel because I wanted to, kind of just have, a diary, and it's nice to be able to, put it online. And, people probably won't see this for the most part, so I can just put it online, not really worry about it, and then not have to take up storage on my phone. Because I don't really like writing for, journaling and stuff. But I've been wanting to, do this for, a really long time. And, I know people who have done this. I also started watching this, YouTube video called, this YouTube channel called Mr. Carrot, which he does exactly what I want to do. And it made me just okay, I'm just going to do what I want to do. So I'm kind of just gonna be, making videos about, random thoughts that I have and why I think them. And I was, trying to think, I have so many things I would want to make, just, videos of me just talking, about, and I think I decided on just, being, weird, or being, different, which is such a basic thing, and, making it okay, because, this is not, a revolutionary idea. Most, Disney Channel movies are about what I'm going to talk about. They just do it wrong. 'Cause, when I really want, I've been working on, really trying to be okay with just being myself around people. And just doing what I want because it's fun. And maybe it'll make someone laugh. But, there's just not thinking that there's, a right way to be. Because, I kind of got, this year, it was my senior year. I'm graduated now. I feel like, this whole year, that whole year, I didn't really make, a lot of friends. I kind of just continued what I was doing. And it was great. I have a best friend, I have a girlfriend, I have some, friends I hang out with sometimes. But, those friends that I kind of hang out with sometimes, I just stopped knowing how to, be around them. Because I was well, what if I'm too much? Because they're quiet, or they do this, so I can't be like this. But then it's well, they're my friend because they like me. They like hanging out with me. So I just have to be me. And then, I kind of got into this mode. I was wait, do they like a person that I'm not? I haven't hung out with them in a while. So am I, are they hanging out with me because they think I'm someone else? And it was, this really messed up thing that I started, kind of going into. And I know I'm rambling. I'm rambling a lot. I don't know how I'm gonna edit this. Or if I'm not gonna edit it at all, because no one's gonna see it, really. Yeah, I just kind of, I was at the beginning of the summer, I was just I'm just gonna do what I want. Again, not a revolutionary idea, but it's it's the end of high school, and I figured that out, kind of. Not fully. I still have to do it. But just being weird. And I hate saying that. I hate being yeah, I'm being weird. But there has just kind of been this epidemic in the kids are my age, high school age people, where it's you have to be nonchalant. You have to have charisma. You have to be chill. You can't just be bleh. You have to be a certain way. I don't think that's a new idea whatsoever. I think that lots every generation has its own like version of that, like being a cool popular jock. And now it's like you just have to be like chill. Like you can't care about anything, and you have to be like this cookie cutter person that just like, yeah, you take care of yourself, but you don't focus on yourself too much. And like and you want to get in shape and do all the right like fitness things, but you want to be body positive, but not too much, because if someone makes a fat joke, then you have to laugh at it because it's like I don't know how to explain this. I feel like I'm explaining what like that Barbie monologue that like the mom lady does, like where she's like, you have to be like, and that's great, that's thought out. This is not thought out. I am rambling. But like what I want to like kind of focus on is like there is this girl. I'm on a wrestling team. She's the manager for that wrestling team. She is like very like short and like small, like a very small person, and she's super loud, and she's really funny, and she like just thinks of stuff all on the fly, like just like the most like cartoonishly good quips you've ever heard, and she just like thinks of them. But and like she's kind of crazy. She like does she likes to touch people and stuff, and she's really funny, and she's very smart. I think she's not very good at math, but she's good at being a person. And like I but she also has like these rules. Like she will bite people and tickle people and touch people. Um Not me. I don't know, like she has never figured, I don't know. I'll get to that in a second. But she has a lot of friends, and she does that to her friends, who are like other people on the wrestling team, other boys. She does it. She's not like, it's not like she's like a pick me girl by any stretch of the imagination. But like she just hangs out with mostly guys because they match her freak. But it's because I think it's because they don't see her as a girl, or like a like they have to see her as one of the guys for that to be okay. She can't be a girl to them and be like funny and crazy, because she's crazy. Like she acts crazy, and she's not crazy. She just acts not like really. And it's only okay if she is like, I need to think about this. It's only okay that she is herself if other people don't think of her as a full person. If they just think of, I'm gonna call her, what am I gonna call her? TJ. So TJ, she like she can't be a full person to anyone. She can't be an emotional person, or like good at something, because then she wouldn't fit the mold that she's created. And even though that mold is a very different shape than most people are, she still has created this niche for herself that I've watched her not be able to escape. I can't. And like, okay, so I said I was going to talk about like she doesn't really like me. She doesn't like people. I know I said that boys match her freak or whatever. They just think she's really funny. And they don't really think about like her as a human. They think about her as an entertainment piece. Same with the girls. Like she has a lot of girlfriends too. And like the girls that I've seen her hang out with, and she talks about them, they are so like fake. She's funny. And so they see her as that. That's it. But like she's a human being with thoughts and feelings. And I don't know her like crazy well. And and like I know she does have like close friends. I assume she talks to. Um, but like I've been on a wrestling team for 4 years. She's a grade younger than me, so she was the manager for the wrestling team for 3. Um, and that whole time I wanted to be friends with her. And I just like I couldn't be like I tried to be casual, like I tried to be really nonchalant and like be like chill and like relaxed and whatever. That didn't work because and that's not how I am. I'm very loud and I'm just kind of I don't think that a lot of people get me. Cause like it's not like I'm actually that funny, but I act like I am. Um uh but and I just and she like she didn't like me when I was trying to be like all casual with her and be like cool and chill and talk like a teen with all that teen slang. Um she didn't get that. So I kind of next year kind of switched it up a little bit. I was going to be a little bit more crazy, match her freak more. Like sophomore, junior year. Actually no. It was more like junior, senior year. I kind of was like I switched it up and I was like I'm going to be try to be like myself more and just be a little bit more like obnoxious because she's doing that. She's doing exactly what I want to do. And once I did that, she didn't like we were like friendly, but like when I was like trying to like riff off of her, do a little bit, like just kind of like piggyback off of her things, it's like she would like shut down. Like she couldn't get that I was not like she wasn't just an object of comedy because her whole high school life has been just her like being a jester to her friends from what I've seen. I don't know her, I don't know exactly, but like I've spent a lot of time near her and watching all of her like her with all the wrestling boys and stuff. And there's a lot of like she is just like a jester. Like she's just like an object of humor and that builds her confidence and her attitude and like it's how I have watched her over these 3 years like build her self-worth. So when I even like I'm not saying that I'm so funny and like I'm exactly on her level. I don't think we have the same sense of humor. But I think she didn't like it was like she didn't accept it was this very strange thing where she didn't want to accept that like I wasn't trying to just laugh at her jokes, but I was trying to be in them. Like I was trying to be a part of it. And like that brings it back to like not being casual. It's like it's not like that. It's getting on it's like I don't know, like I'm trying to think of a good metaphor. Um I don't know. I can't think of something good, but like she couldn't watch me like be part of her show. Like she wanted to have a show. I wanted to have like a relationship, like a friendship or something. And like she couldn't deal with that. She couldn't deal with like me wanting to be an equal to her instead of her being like a piece of entertainment to me. And like it was like these very strange interactions where she would be like goofing and gaggling and like making jokes, saying her little quips, and then I'd be like, haha, like this, or like, oh my gosh, that reminds me of that, and then I'd be or I'd like, she'd do weird things, like she'd make weird faces and like do like weird body gestures, and then I would be like, oh, I'm gonna do that too. But that's not what she was used to. She was used to just people being like, ah, TJ is so funny. I'm laughing so hard. And so like as soon as I would join in, it would be like, oh, sorry, no, it's not like that. I'm actually doing my own thing. And she's not the first person that I've known that's like that. Like, she's carved her own niche as, like, this piece of entertainment. And, like, I think, like, she's very young. Like, obviously, we're all, like, in high school. And so, like, I think that the main aspect of her that's going to develop is that she's going to let people in. Let people, like, she's going to realize eventually that you have to, like, to be mature, you can't be a show, you have to be a human. You can't just be, like, a piece of entertainment. You have to have, like, relationships. And what I see is not relationships. It's just, like, it's just being crazy, being, like, getting attention like that. And I am not following script, bullet points, or anything. I am rambling. And that's okay. Because this is part of it for me. Is like, for my whole... I'm moving on. This is different. Completely different. But my whole life, I've watched YouTube videos. I've wanted to start YouTube channels. I love commentary channels. I love Danny Gonzalez, Drew Gooden, Curtis Connor, all those kinds of people. I watch them religiously. I've watched them since I was probably like 8. Like, that was 10 years ago. That's crazy. And they all have these very developed kind of style. Okay. They all have these kind of very developed styles, where, like, it's very crisp editing and, like, all kind of the same. Like, it's all very much, like, refined and developed. And I realized that, like, that's not how you start. Like, it's like people would say that. People, like, online would say, like, it wasn't always like this. Like, I had a starting point. And then I realized, and, like, it didn't fully sink in until I was like, wait, they didn't always, like, you don't have to make high quality videos. Like, you can just exist. You don't have to be perfect. And, like, I figure out I have the most fun when I am doing exactly what I want to do. I don't get in people's way. I don't think I'm a hindrance or anything. I just am, like, silly. I'm just a silly guy. And so, I mean, like, there's just, like, little things that I have, like, I would not have done a year ago. Like, today, I love swimming. I love cold, deep water. That is my cold, deep, clear water. My favorite, like, one of my favorite things. Swimming in cold, deep, clear water. And I work at a pool, an indoor pool. I'm a lifeguard, and we had an in-service today. There was a lot of downtime, like, in between. Like, we had to do, like, scenarios, like, lifeguard scenarios and, like, CPR, stuff like that. And then, like, at the end, there was just, like, downtime. And I just love, like, I love swimming, and like, I realize, like, I'm in this lap pool. I don't have to do laps because I don't think that's not fun. Like, that's boring. I'm really, okay, very good at sinking. I can control my buoyancy very well. My lungs are like a swim bladder. I think that's going to be one of my next videos, is finding a fish and making a presentation on it. That would be fun. But I can, if my lungs are full, I float to the top. If they let out a couple bubbles, I will be the exact, like, density of water, and I will float in the middle. If I let out about a quarter of the air in my lungs, I will sink to the bottom, and I can walk on the bottom or sit or whatever without moving at all. I love that. I'm like so thankful that, like, the universe has given me that gift. It sounds so silly, but it's like, it's just like being able to, like, have so much control over yourself is fun. But I was, like, walking on the bottom and, like, blowing bubbles and sinking and floating, and just, like, I can just, like, if all the air in my lungs are full, I can just look up and, like, float in the water, like, vertically. like those freaking, like, Oh, okay. Like bombs. I think I'm thinking of the right thing. Like from Nemo, like the where the sharks are like they live in like a minefield from World War II. It's like that, and I'm just like I don't know. That's a really bad analogy. Um, but I was like, I look stupid. I definitely look stupid. I'm literally sitting in the water, spinning like a seal, because it's fun. Because it's fun, and I'm not getting in anyone's way, and I'm doing my own thing, and everyone made fun of me. They were like, we all looked over, and you were like doing that, and that's like weird. Because they're lifeguards, and they're like 16 and 18 and 25, and I'm like, and it just made me feel so like vindicated. Like, yeah, I'm actually not like other people. I do kind of crazy things. Like, I like to blow bubbles in the water, stuff like that. And like, I didn't say that, but it's just like, it's not like it sounds dumb. Like, that's exactly like it sounds like I'm so pretentious and stupid. But I think it's like, I'm not being different to be different. I'm being different to be happy because I'm not nonchalant. I'm a very chalant person. Um, I I did like I'm so competitive, and sometimes we have like little competitions, these lifeguard things. And when I say I put my whole wiener and balls together into these competitions, into these competitions, I do, and I win. I'm very good at that. I'm not a super fast swimmer, but I'm like pretty fast. But we had this like jump competition. We had to do this like specific lifeguard jump, and I wiped the floor with my entire team, like entire like staff. So I got a visor. My boss gave me a visor, and I full on to that thing. I walked around on the town, tipping my hat to people, because it's fun and it's funny to me. And they might be a little cringed out, but like I don't know. If you can't handle a little cringe, then like you don't like that's not like you're not living your life to the fullest. Because cringe is fun. Anyway. There's also okay, moving on to something also kind of completely different, but also following this theme. My girlfriend's mom is very weird. Not in a cool way. She's not nice. She's very not nice to my girlfriend, and she's very weird. She's really focused on like her body. She's 60 something, by the way. Um, she's really hyper focused on the way her body looks, and like I am too, cuz I'm a 17-year-old girl. Um, and I that's something I really can't get away from is like having a weird relationship with my body. But I went to her house. I went to her house for Thanksgiving. Um, and it was like at in her mom's house. For Thanksgiving, her mom invited like a couple friends, and like my sister. I mean, I meant to say my girlfriend's brother, and his girlfriend. We all like ate Thanksgiving dinner together, um, and the whole time, this 60-something-year-old woman who is in phenomenal shape. I will say, like, she is so thin. She has so much muscle, and like she's just so cut, and like she looks great. But she is just like it's all like the whole Thanksgiving dinner. She was like, I normally don't eat like this. Yeah, this is kind of like a twice a year thing for me. Like I don't really normally eat like this. And she had like one plate. Like one plate with like mashed potatoes and turkey and a little bit of cranberry sauce. Like it was not like she was not eating crazy, but she just felt like she was so hyper focused on herself and how she was being perceived by others that she just needed to be like look at me, perceive me. I am doing something good. I don't eat a lot, and I don't want to be fat because that would be terrible. Um, and like that was like the whole meal. I'm like, it's fucking Thanksgiving. You are eating like of course you're gonna eat a little bit more than you usually do, but like that's not what it's not about like that. It's about having a good time. And this whole fucking meal, her and her friend, it was her and her friend, 60 years old. 60 years old. And you are still thinking about your body the way a 15-year-old girl does? That's crazy. I don't want to be like that. I would so much rather like I would so much rather be like have like a bad body at 60. Bad body. There's no bad body, but like not like you understand. Um and then not give a shit. But this woman like that's all she talked about. I was like, I never want to be like that. I never want to be so obsessed with myself that like you take away from like a family holiday because of it. Like I don't know. It was so like weird, and it just made me like sad for her that like you're 60 and you're still focusing on your body the way that a child does, and like you need like it's hard to grow out of. Like I'm really gonna try to focus on forcing myself to grow out of it, but I think it like she's just been unhappy with that for her whole life. I don't know. But yeah, being mean is worse than being cringe. Always be yourself because it might not be awesome, but you might like it. Like be a furry, take care of yourself, but also and you can also talk about yourself sometimes or I don't know, be stupid, act a fool, be loud, be quiet, speak your mind. Um that's my thoughts. Anyway, um good night folks. I'm going to go to bed after this. Um love you. I'm probably going to be the only one to see this. Bye bye.